If you still believe that Islam is the truth, I am telling you, you are wrong. And I am a sheikh. I can say that. You see my beard? You thought that was me, right? That wasn't me. Now imagine this. You're scrolling. You see your favorite sheikh. Well-known, respected, beard, turban, shimar, calm voice. And he's giving a fatwa. He says it's halal. But something feels strange. So you pause. You replay it, watch it. You share it with your friend. But the truth is, he never said that. His voice, it was cloned. His face generated. The video was 100% fake. And the crazy part, you believed it. And so did the rest of the Ummah. This is not some science fiction, some chapter of a movie. This is happening right now. And if you are not ready, you are going to be the next victim. So look, I need you to understand this. And I need you to understand it not tomorrow. I need you to understand it right now. Because when it happens, it will happen fast, before you blink. You won't even realize it's happening. Just like what's being promised about ad-dajjal. Even though right now your conscious mind understands that people will follow him, even though he is lying, and he will use illusion for you to believe it, the same way AI can play a big part in that same illusion for you to believe things that Allah has never commanded you to believe. In order for me to explain this, let me take you back. This already happened, maybe not with videos, but with something worse, actual words. You know the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ where he says that my ummah will be divided in 72 sects. Now, how do you think people actually became misguided? Nobody wakes up and say, oh, let's become misguided. It didn't happen like that. It started with fabricated hadith, misunderstood ayat, people following anyone who sounded convincing, people who didn't know Arabic, people who couldn't verify themselves. So they were at the mercy of another man. And what did they do? They misinterpreted, they spread lies, they added things to the Deen in the name of Islam. And the scholars saw it happening. That's why they said, if you lose the Arabic language, you lose the religion. Why do you think colonizers, when they go into an Arab country to colonize, like for example what happened with French going into Algeria, amongst the first things that they would punish them with is by not speaking Arabic. If anybody spoke Arabic, they would face consequences, like for example imprisonment or other type of punishments. So the Arabic language being the liturgical language of Islam, to many, if a Muslim knows the Arabic language, he becomes a weapon because he is not able to be manipulated, because he has direct access to the sources, to the books. He can open a book and read the works of the early scholars and make of that his own opinion. But in this video, I don't want to talk about learning the Arabic language. If you actually want to learn the Arabic language, you can go to the first link in the description. And in that video, I speak for 1 hour about how to actually step-by-step learn the Arabic language. But in here, I want to focus on something deeper, because AI, artificial intelligence, is just Shaitan's new tool. We are not talking about small fiqh differences. This is deeper. This is an actual fitna that has already been happening and is about to explode. Imagine a sheikh saying, riba is now okay. Imagine a khutbah promoting corrupt ideologies. Imagine your trust in Islam itself breaking. Waliyadu billah. But all of it is just fabricated. Fabricated videos, fabricated audios, fabricated images of shuyukh. The ummah starts to split. People starts to fight. Some follow blindly. Some reject scholars altogether. Your children come to you arguing something you know for sure that is a way, but they're telling you ChatGPT said otherwise. They say an audio that I heard from a sheikh, from a scholar, say otherwise. But it's all deepfaked. It's fabricated, generated by artificial intelligence. And after seeing all of this, Shaitan, he sits back and smiles. Ar-Rajim. Because he didn't need to show up with horns. He didn't need to misguide anybody by lying. He just needed some confusion. And now he's using AI. But if you understand this and you actually know what the solution is, you are going to be from amongst those who are going to be saved. So what do? It's very simple, but it's very powerful. You just build your own clarity. You build your own connection. You become independent. You read Quran yourself. You study tafsir yourself. You open the books of the past. And most importantly, you learn the Arabic language to actually be able to access those books. Not to try to imitate somebody, but to be independent. Because the moment you are blind, you follow whatever sounds good. Whoever has a beard and looks a little authoritarian, you just start following him. But when the deep fakes come, and they will come, they are actually already here. If you can verify it yourself, you will be confused. And if you are confused, you are vulnerable, you are weak. And if you are vulnerable, you are going to be lost, a victim, waiting to happen. Something needs to happen. Something needs to become clear for me to continue to actually do this or do that in my religion. So this is a wake-up call to you. I know if you watch all up until here, you really care about this religion. These deep fakes are not going to be for celebrities, for politicians. You think Shaitan is really going to just not use this as much as he can against the Muslims when he's already using a lot of things going on inside of the Ummah to divide, to inject lies into your algorithm right on your phone screen. So look, akhi, if your Islam is based on clips, on shorts, on trending content, on these shuyukh that are only taking the words and trying their best to interpret it to you, and you cannot actually access the actual books yourself, you have already lost and you are on the weak side. And the reality is that the only ones that will survive are the ones who fully submit to Allah Azza wa Jal and build their deen from the ground up by actually fishing and learning how to fish themselves, learning how to access the books themselves, learning how to call a sheikh and ask the sheikh to discuss with you a mas'ala, to discuss with you a matter. And even the sheikh, he needs to give you the reference of the proven evidence of why he thinks that's the correct thing. That's how you are going to win, by going directly to the source. So if you want to protect yourself, stay safe in times of fitna, getting closer to Yawm al-Qiyamah, the build and the foundation that needs to happen is right now. Because the fake videos, the fake voices, and all of these lies being created, they're already here. All you have to do is go on social media and scroll a little bit. And you saw it in the beginning of the video. And if you don't have taqwa, if you don't have Quran, direct access, if you don't have clarity, you're going to be lost in the storm. So what I want you to do is, if you are serious about learning the Arabic language, go to the first link in the description, watch this 1-hour video, and understand at least how you need to learn the Arabic language. I promise you are going to learn one thing or two about how to learn the Arabic language. And at least you are going to be motivated, at least by watching the video and seeing some of the students how they learn themselves. So don't play with this, akhi. This is your deen, this is your akhirah, and this is your soul that you have to protect from all of this fitna. This is why the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he would say before giving salam to the right, salam to the left after every prayer, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min fitan al-mahya wal-mamat wa a'udhu bika min fitnati al-masih ad-dajjal. That I seek refuge in you from amongst the fitan of the death and the real life that happen on a day-to-day basis, and the fitna of al-masih ad-dajjal. So if the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was asking protection from this fitna, what about us? Assalamu alaikum.